just get my viewers acclimated, the ones that don't know you.
Yeah, so I'm also known as Airsoft Nomad. I have a YouTube channel. I've been playing for quite a few years now, mostly in the central PA area, outdoor extreme legals town, ambush, Poca Loco, all over. And it's several different airsoft events across central PA. And I'm expanding over into New Jersey, things like that. And yeah, just a pretty avid player. And I just wanted to kind of create my own business, basically, to try to bring more of a community sense in and bring more people in that way, and focus the business module on like customer satisfaction and the player satisfaction, and try to run events and the business as a whole in a way that benefits players more so than anything else.
Awesome. Yeah. It's been awesome watching you grow, man. I love it. You've got a good following of people, good people behind you. The local folks at like Ambush are seem to be pretty supportive. I mean, we are a lot of the guys that I run with like absolutely love you. I think some of them have bought from you, and I also need to do the same. But yeah, man, got to support guys like you.
Yeah,
So
I mean, I definitely appreciate it. It's funny you say that. We brought at first, trying to reach out there and get some people. It was tight. A couple people trickled in, and now it's like I'm getting messages all the time of teams and other businesses that want to like join in with it. And that's what it is all about for me is the community. I want to help everybody out. I want to build the YouTube channels. I want to help other businesses. I want to get those events that are at 200 players now to 500. It's all about that connection and networking within Airsoft that I'm just trying to build.
absolutely. Since we're talking about events, let's talk about Operation Silent Thunder, one of your Milsim events. That's something you're kind of focusing on is some events. You have three so far this year.
Yeah, so there's three in total. So we have the first one, which is OP Silent Thunder. That'll be on April 15th at Skirmish. We have a second one, which is OP Final Order. That'll be on June 3rd at OTP in New Jersey. And then we have a third event, which is OP Iron Shield. That'll be also at Skirmish, and that one's on September 2nd.
Okay, awesome. Tell me, let's just dive into them a little bit and tell people what's going on with Silent Thunder first.
Okay, yeah. So OP Silent Thunder is going to be a force on force game. It's a 500 player caps, 250 on 250. It is the standard green versus tan. Setup for it. There isn't a rules list right now up on the website. You can download. You can go through all the different camera patterns and all the different rules. But essentially, the game setup. I'm setting the games up in such a way so that if you are more of that milsimmer that wants that more organized, like team CO, platoon leader, platoon sergeant, you're following them, capturing objectives, and for that game, we're going to have down pilots that are going to be shot down. They're going to be 6-foot dummies that you're going to have to actually pick up and carry back to your spawn. So that milsim, is definitely going to be there. But for the players who are newer to milsim or maybe aren't going as hard at it, can still enjoy more of like a huge walk-on day. There's nothing more fun than when it is 400 people out there and you're shooting the shit out of each other. I enjoy that.
Absolutely.
So that's there for them as well, that they can go out there and just play and have fun and enjoy it. And then if you want to get involved with objectives, you can. So basically, there's 5 main objectives, which is going to be like a domination style. There'll be 2 flags. It'll be your team color with your team logo on the flag. You're going to place that flag in a holder showing that you own that. Every hour on the hour, we're going to go around, count up points. There's also going to be 5 ammo cans out on the field. They're going to be locked. You have to find them. There's going to be like patches, BBs, pistols. There's going to be like a ticket in there, which you're going to get like an actual airsoft rifle. So if you find them, you're going to get prizes for finding them, and 2 they're worth points for your team. And then there are going to be 2 down pilots, which there is a helicopter there at Skirmish. It's like right in the middle of the field, which is going to be like perfect. So it's going to be hard to get to. There's going to be 2 pilots there, dummies, that you'll have to like administer first aid to, put a tourniquet on them, and then pick them up and carry them. And like I said, they are 6-foot dummies. They have some weight to them, so it's not going to be that easy of a task to just pick them up and start, yeet them. You're going to have to work a little bit, work with your squad. So that's kind of the overall basis layout of the game itself. Aside from that, it's probably like any other. You're going to show up, you're going to knock out registration, which you're probably already going to do pre-registration. You can get tickets the day of. You get your wristband. You'll go to Chrono. We're going to have 3 Chrono machines set up, maybe even 4. So we're going to try to get everything about it is going to be organized in such a way that it should be quick. I posted right on the website too that I hate going to events and they say they're going to start at 10 and it starts at 11:30 because Joe Schmo and his buddies can't get their shit together. I hate that. So we're going to stick very close to our timeline, and we're going to be pushing people to get them through. So hopefully the game's going to start right on time. That's going to be the goal. And then, yeah, it's just going to be a nonstop. As much as you want to play, you can come off whenever you want. It's totally up to you and your friends and how you want to run it.
That's awesome. That really is. It's a 1 day event, so it's not going to be any overnight, anything like that.
Yeah. So for this year, we're just doing these 12-hour events.
Okay.
12 hours nonstop, which is considerably a good amount of gameplay. I mean, if you figure a walk on, you're playing.
It's a good day.
Yeah. I mean, if you're actually out there playing the whole day, you're gonna be exhausted.
Right.
I think in the future we're gonna at least extend into doing like 24-hour games where you're gonna like start on a Saturday and it'll just run through Sunday for a full 24-hour event. But right now, with this just being the first year, I just want to get it a good following going before I start pushing longer games. Just because not everybody likes doing that. I'm old and fat, so I don't even know if I could last playing 24 hours straight. But I want to make that as an option for at least one game next year that you can attend for like a 24-hour nonstop game.
I support it. I love it that you're local to me, so that's awesome. I'm really excited for something like that. Looking into the future, you do have a night event too, right?
Yeah, so technically all three games are going to have some nighttime play, but the second game, which is at OTP in New Jersey, that's going to have considerably more. So like that game's going to start at 3 p.m. and run at 2 a.m. So instead of getting like only maybe an hour or two of like truly playing in the dark, you're going to get really more like 4 or 5 hours of playing in the dark.
Okay.
Yeah, so there's definitely going to be a lot more nighttime gameplay. So that's like the perfect opportunity if you do have nods or you want to run tracer BBs or whatever. That it's that's the key time to do it.
Okay. Are you going to have any rentals for like NVGs if somebody wants to get run night vision, get exposure to that? Is that something that, or down the road, you might?
So Amped is coming out for all three events, so you can get NVG rentals off of them. I know one of the other guys I was talking to, Sharpshooter. I can't remember his full.
Sure. Yeah. Yep.
I know you know. I know he sells NVGs, and he was talking potentially, not necessarily right this second, but maybe a year down the line, doing some rentals for NVGs. And I would like, I want to try to work with him and make that happen. Again, just some more supporting the local community, and other small businesses in the area.
Absolutely, that would be awesome. Anything else on the other event? Anything you want to briefly touch on? I really wanted to focus on your first event and kind of introduce you to my subs, anyways, to see if we can continue to grow your brand and what you're doing.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I appreciate it. Yeah, I mean, there's nothing too crazy going on with the events. I mean, we are going to throw some little tiny things in there that aren't necessarily being publicized like right now. So, me and one of the other staff members, we're going to be going around with like, if you capture certain objectives or have certain points. So, like, we're calling it fire sales. So, like, time to a certain time, we're having like a fire sale. So you'll like have to find a certain thing, which that'll all come down through like your team COs and your team platoon leaders. So, like, let's say if you get one of those objectives and you capture it and you do it, so like we are going to have tag-in launchers. So we're going to be like, okay, you're going to pick a spot and we're going to go basically like launch tag-ins, or we're going to do this or do that. So we're adding in some extra spice in there that's, like I said, not necessarily going to be like publicized. It's supposed to be that like adding that good mix constantly. That way there's always something to do and people aren't becoming stagnant. The main goal, like I said, is I want players to have fun. It's my number one goal. So I want to try to incorporate as many things, and that'll be going on at like all three events. Like I know at OTP they have like some construction floodlights, so there's going to be like throughout the nighttime portion there'll be certain fields that'll get lit up for like 20 or 30 minutes. That field will have some light to it, and then it's going to turn off, and it's
that's going to be awesome.
So it's like you can't just sit and hide with your NVGs for the whole game. You know what I mean? And just fuck everybody. Like you
all of a sudden white light everywhere.
Yeah. That way, I'm trying to force people to move. You know what I mean? That way you can't.
That's awesome.
And that's going to be kind of the whole thing with like our idea with the tagging rounds. Like we've even thought about an idea of like literally buying like 100 EG grenades and putting them in like a satchel. And then the refs, will be like, okay, you captured a certain objective. Like we're going to go clear out an area for you where people are camping or whatever the COs want to do. And we're just going to go and just drop grenades. You know what I mean? Like just, like almost like calling in a kill, like a score streak. You know what I mean? Kind of thing.
That would be awesome.
So yeah, we think it's a good idea. I mean, maybe it won't be. We'll see how it goes. I mean, like I said, obviously with this being the first year, there's going to be trial and error. There's going to be things that'll probably work out really good and people will like, and I'm sure we're going to do things that people are going to think is shit. Um, we just have to roll with the punches and take it on the chin and continue to keep moving forward. Ultimately the goal is for me, we're definitely not on a level of like, Third Coast Airsoft or Milsim West. But I definitely want to try to grow the community within like this general area, Pennsylvania, New Jersey, New York, Virginia, and get to like one of those big name levels where people are, the games are selling out months in advance because people are so excited to come. Like that's the
Right.
community I want to grow around our events. And like so much of the money that we are making, we're reinvesting back into it. With like we're going to be doing thousands of dollars in giveaways. At guns, obviously the giveaways when you capture those like that, we're going to just be giving stuff away. We're doing stuff for charity as well, for like Veterans for Airsoft, Special Olympics. So that's going to go to that as well. So yeah, like I said, I mean, we're just trying to do something that just incorporates everybody and kind of creating a home where players can feel like, this is their place. You know what I mean? Like this is their time to do what they love to do and escape the bullshit of life, and enjoy themselves for a day.
That's why we play, man. That is why we play Airsoft.
Yeah,
Nice
absolutely.
getaway, stress reliever. It's definitely my time to unwind.
Yeah, absolutely. Oh, and I did forget one other thing that we haven't gone. I haven't gone through it yet, but I've been talking to Skirmesh, Skirmesh. So basically, what they are is like,
Yes, I am familiar. Tell the audience.
so like they'll come out and they'll set up like pods on the objectives. So everyone will get a wristband, and when you go capture something, you scan your wristband, and you can see real time on your phone who holds what. You can see how many points your team has, how many deaths your team has. We can break it down even into squads. So like if you're running with you and 10 of your friends, and you guys want to know how you're doing as a squad in terms of points, you can track everything.
That's
So
awesome.
it's definitely something we're looking into. I don't know if it's going to be here for OP Silent Thunder, but I'm hoping to at least do one event this year and incorporate that and just see how it goes. I mean, like I said, everything's trial and error. Go ahead.
Correct me if I'm wrong on that. With that system, they also give you the ability to be ranked nationally as well, so you can actually like as your squad or you individually capture points and earn points. It goes on to a digital ID essentially in their system, right?
It does, yeah. So everything is on their website. It actually saves the games too. So like 6 months from now, if you want to look that up and like show your friends how like your squad or you like fuck people up all day, you can
Yep.
actually replay the footage and it'll show you every time that you touched a spot or did whatever, throughout the game, and it's saved on their website. So yeah, it does break down everything and it does rank you on a national database, and you can compare yourself. And then that's just in general, but hopefully with our idea of it is that as we keep running games year after year, that you can go back and look at what was happening the year before. You know what I mean? And it's tracking it for everyone to see that way. If oh, I want to go tan or I want to go green, or how did my squad perform? And we want to incorporate that too, so we can give out rewards for like the best squad, the best platoon, the most valuable player, and actually not just sit here and guess and go to the CEO and be like, pick somebody. Like, no, I want to know like who scored the most points. Like that's who should get a free gun.
That's dope. That is
So
absolute. That would push people to actually perform. Like you would have to show up. If yeah, that's cool.
yeah, and like I said, and that ultimately that is for me is like I just want to keep it moving. I want people out on the field because that's how the gameplay has to happen. I don't want to just be one sided, and I feel like getting people to move and getting people to play with objects and things like that is going to just make the games push to that next level. And as far as I'm aware, Milsim wise, I don't know anyone other than maybe like Jet Desert Fox events. He has that app, but I don't think any Milsim is running that skirmish yet, or it's
Right.
just similarly. So I think it's definitely like a totally new thing that we'll be doing.
I'm stoked. That is going to be so cool.
I hope so. I hope so. We'll see. When I said trial and error.
Absolutely, man. Well, I said we keep it about 15 minutes, so we're coming up on 15 minutes. I really appreciate your time. Just I know you're a busy man, so
Yeah.
I really appreciate you taking the time to sit down and talk with me.
I definitely appreciate you inviting me to come on. I appreciate you and all the support you guys have been giving me. Especially I know you've been sharing all my stuff on your Instagram and on your YouTube. I definitely appreciate it. It doesn't go unnoticed. You know, on a personal side note, between us and the people that are sponsoring us, we do want to do some more stuff for you guys and do some more free giveaways and like swag bags is what we're looking at right now.
Nice.
But like depending on like not necessarily how you perform, but as how you're doing as a sponsor with sharing everything, your swag bag could be small stuff like patches to. I'd really like to start giving away like fully built HPA guns to like some of our top people that are like performing at the highest level in supporting us as a way to just say thank
Absolutely,
you.
dude.
So there's more coming to that. Like I said, we are a new company. We've only been around for 6 months, but the sky's the limit, and
And you're killing it, man. You're killing it.
we're pushing for it. So I mean, the website's just blown up. I mean, it's crazy. Like I was looking today at like the last 90 days, and like just on the website alone, we had like 12,600 people that hit the website, which is like just blowing my mind that we've had,
Right? It's dope.
which is just crazy. I mean, I was like, damn, like that shit blew up quick. Um, so yeah,
That's awesome, man. Well, we're gonna end it right here. Thank you so much. Let's link up maybe sometime in the not so distant future and talk a little bit more. Maybe break down some of the other events. And all right,
absolutely. You let me know when you want me to come on, and we'll make it happen.
all right. Thanks, bud. Have a
All right.
great evening.
You too, man. Thank you. Have a good New Year's.
Same to you. Happy New Year's.
Thank you.